I'm seriously gonna get a pompadour so that way I get noticed.
That is the goofiest plot in the show. But honestly, she sells the show. She's really great.
She's really good.
She might be my MVP of the show, I gotta be honest.
Really good.
Yeah. Hello, welcome to Boys Love, Boys Love. We are going to be recapping the 2021 Japanese classic BL, My Love Mix-Up, Kieta Hatsukoi, Koi. I think I'm supposed to separate each vowel. I think that's My Love Mix-Up. And I'm Adam.
And I'm RJ. Welcome.
Welcome.
To a series recap. So we watched all of My Love Mix-Up, the Japanese original BL, in 2 weeks. In two weeks' time. We binged 5 episodes per week, and now we're here to talk about it. So you can join those reactions on Patreon.
Before we even start, we have to discuss your discussion, which has already occurred.
Yes. Auburn and I discussed the full series of My Love Mix-Up. It's full 7 manga run.
9. I think there's 9 now, technically.
Oh. We only got up to 7. Over on the Boys Love book club, so you can. I'll link it down below.
What were your thoughts there?
It's sweet. It's one of our classic tropes of the misunderstanding.
Classic mix-up,
and it was just a fun, sweet conversation, story, and it really goes beyond, like, obviously just like sweethearts in high school. It kind of like the end of the series is. The 7 mangas is going into college and like finding a college, going to college together, long distance, being together, and it kind of delves more into the kind of like the character flaws of the two, and how basically.
So Ida does get character flaws.
Yes,
okay.
For sure. Yes,
he kind of doesn't have them in the show.
Yeah. It's more about like the furthering of the misunderstanding, because it stems from just the lack of communication between the two, because they're insecure that they don't know anything about relationships, so they try not to do or say anything, even though it's making the other person feel like, oh, they think I'm this or that.
Yeah. So the theme of this round of show that we decided to watch. Oh,
yes. We did a theme.
So the theme was one watched, one unwatched.
Yeah.
Or one seen, one unseen. So this show was one you had seen, I had not seen. And then the other one you had seen, there were like 3 options we had done for a vote on our Patreon. So this was the one. What was the other one that you had seen that I hadn't seen?
I don't remember.
It was Game Boys.
Game Boys, yes.
Which, ironically, you also did a video about on this
back
channel.
In the day.
Way back when.
Back in the day, during
Is
the
it
pandemic.
This channel, or was it?
Yeah, it was the Ampliverse.
It wasn't.
Back in the day.
RJ Food Rocks. And then mine
what was yours? Was it a KBL? It had to be.
Mine was
Cherry Blossoms After
Winter.
Which we also have. I haven't read it yet, but
it's over there.
I just bought it, yeah.
Yeah. But this is the one that won, so this is what we're going to try to get out today. Okay. First of all, short show.
Short.
About 4 hours in total.
Yeah. Lovely.
Great. A easy breezy ride. Perfect for a weekend binge.
Perfect for an afternoon. Love, like, I have some chores to do. If you speak Japanese.
It's perfect for you.
It's perfect for you. I got some chores to do. And, like, maybe I watch one and then, like, I end up just sitting and watching the rest because you're so hooked on the story.
So, let me say this since it was my first time watching it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
well, yes. Tell us.
I think the most interesting thing about, not even necessarily BL, but just, like, comedy in general, is how incredibly... the things that are broad, that reach across all cultures, and the things that are very specific that, like, don't reach across all cultures.
Correct.
Meaning, like, Japanese comedy, I feel like, is a very specific type of comedy.
I think in our lore, we've seen this and Cherry Magic as, like, the main...
those are the main comedies, shows.
Japanese comedy.
But even in, like, we're also currently recapping My Beautiful Man. Even in that, or in, we also watch My Personal Weatherman. I feel like there's still moments of comedy and levity through
totally.
those, but the comedy is so fascinating because so much of it is interior, but when it is exterior, it's like a huge moment that is almost played as if the shock of the huge moment is what's funny about it.
Yes, yeah. Because I feel like they're so slice of life. They're so grounded in everyday life that it's a big shock when something your feelings inside actually expresses and like it physicalizes in a situation. And you're like, what just happened?
I always think about when we were watching, I mean, there's the iconic from Cherry Magic, but then there's also a similar thing that happens in My Personal Weatherman when the friend who's the Fujo finds out that they're dating. Yeah. And she like has an external reaction of something that's and she's like, saying internally. Oh my God,
I can't believe I just said that. Blah 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 blah.
And the joke is like you said it externally. Yes. Now that joke would cross cultures. Yeah. But like the way it is expressed physically is very, I feel like, Japanese. Yeah. There's also something that I think I've realized that like Japan specifically, I think, is really good about nearly recreating panels.
I know.
There's something about this show that I really felt watching it that I was watching a manga come to life.
Yes, yeah.
There's a way the composition of the shots are done that I'm like, oh,
the basketball, like one, they're tossing the volleyball to each other, but one is like standing on a thing and one's up on the thing.
Yes.
Yeah, stuff like that.
I think like the slap or the punt.
Yes, the punt. She slaps him.
The slap, I think, is like where he like turns around and so you see his face when he falls over from the slap. I think like that's like I'm nearly positive I could probably find the exact panel it's pulling.
And some of Aoki's physicalizations, like hiding in like columns or like wrapping himself in the curtains, stuff like that, that are basically like exactly how it's drawn.
It's funny because you'll read it, you'll like see it something in like a cartoon or you'll see it in like in a drawing or whatever, and it's funny, and then like the human element of it is almost, it can either work. I think it works in this, but sometimes I think it doesn't work. Yeah, because there's like a life. There's like in cartoons or animation. Okay, so here's what I'm thinking about. So there's a lot of like physical comedy that, this is such a dumb reference, so I'm so sorry I'm bringing this up, but there's a bunch of physical comedy that the animated objects in Beauty and the Beast do in the animated version. The Mrs. Potts, Cogsworth, Lumiere, blah blah blah, etc. In the anime version, it works really well because you're never concerned watching it that they are going to break. Yeah, because it's animated. When they made the live action version, suddenly you're so incredibly aware that Mrs. Potts is porcelain. Yeah, and Cogsworth is there's a fragility that wasn't there before. That's what I always think about, is like, there's something about it that you don't think about when you're going to translate that into a live action and if it would always work or not. I think it does really work here. Yeah. But, okay. That all being said,
what is my love Mixup, Adam?
I know, I'm so sorry. I just wanted to generally say what I think about Japanese BL really quick. Okay.
The state of Japanese BL needed to be stated.
It needed to be stated. So here is the log line that is taken directly from My Drama List. Aoki has a crush on Hashimoto, the girl in the seat next to him in class, but he despairs when he borrows her eraser and sees she's written the name of another boy, Ida, on it. To make matters more confusing, Ida sees Aoki holding that very eraser and thinks Aoki has a crush on him. Chaos ensues. Okay.
Hilarity
ensues. We have, for our cast, we have playing Aoki, we have Mishera Shunsuke. Ida is played by Maguro Ren. Hashimoto is played by Fukumoto Riko. And Aida is played by Suzuki Jin.
Now, the people on Patreon and Discord have said that the two stars are big J idols, like J-pop idols, right? Because they were kind of making like a, if like Heesung and Yeonjun all of a sudden were in My Love Mixup. That's kind of like they're popular. The stakes, yes.
I believe so, casting. Yeah. I don't know what groups they're from, though, if any. But Yeah. So that is basically the first 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
And then more happens.
Yeah.
By the end of the show, they do end up together. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert. They do end up together. There isn't a kiss. We're going to have to talk about that. And we have to talk about the state of Fujo.
Yes.
Hashimoto.
We always do.
Which is our great pantheon of. I guess she's not true.
She's not a true Fujo. She's not the friend in My Personal Weatherman. She's not doing active work to bring them together.
No, but she's supportive.
Yes, her Fujoshi comes out in uplifting.
Yeah,
but I think it comes from a place of like, because I also want to pursue my love. You should as well. But this was the one scene, so I have seen this before. So Adam, what did you think of My Love Mix-Up?
I really enjoyed it. I really did enjoy it. I don't know if I recommend, for me, who's not like a binger. Yeah. I've only truly binged like a couple things in my life. And it was usually when a season of The Crown would drop.
Or The Gilded Age.
I think 5 episodes was a lot.
Yeah.
Especially because we pause a lot when we watch things. Yeah. But the show itself, I thought was really funny. It took me a minute, I think, to get into Aoki as a character. And I think partially it's because I think I'm like him. Yes. And I don't want to be like that. Yeah. So there's a part of me that's like, ooh, it's so cringe. And then I'm like nervous.
There is the protagonist of the JBLs that we've seen, because we use a lot of VO, right, in JBLs. There is like they're like innately like introspective and like introverted almost. He's not introverted.
He is not introverted.
But he is just as in his head, I think.
He's very neurotic. I would say that. It is interesting. Even My Beautiful Man, which we started after we finished this show, is also another introverted character.
Yes.
Are there any extroverts in Japan?
In Japan BLs? I'm sure. I mean, yeah, like Aoki is not. I would say Aoki's probably an extrovert, because like
I think Ida is the only introvert in the show.
Truly, I think so.
Or of our main 4, I should.
Yes, yeah, I think so, because Aoki like liked helping with school. Like he likes being kind of the center of attention, except when it becomes like, what do you feel?
I don't think he like gives class clown. Like
no,
he doesn't have that.
He
energy.
Had moments though that I felt like
I think they were accidental. I think most of them were accidental. I don't think he like is a person who seeks out drawing attention to himself, but he's not uncomfortable with it.
Yeah,
I mean, he plays Cinderella for God's sake.
I know. We got a bit of drag, girl.
We got a bit of drag, honey.
For this week's Maxi Challenge, you will be recreating Cinderella. I was about to say Rogers Hammerstein, but it's not.
It should be. It should have been.
It should have been. Why would a fellow modern girl like her?
What's your overall take on the show? Besides that it's just like nice and easy breezy beautiful.
This is one of my comfort watches. I go back to the show a lot. I genuinely keep this on Viki syndication.
Oh, good.
There is something so comforting about experiencing like these like first love, first crush, like watching stuff that's like this. That I think sometimes it is a little cringy for people. Maybe not even cringy, but just like awkward, because it is awkward. It's an awkward time. They do it with they lead it with such humor that I like. Like a genuinely good rom-com. Like the comedy of errors is so sweetly played out that like, yes, you feel embarrassed for them, but like they somehow still kind of like care for one another, even when it's like Ida genuinely, well, he's misunderstanding the relationship, but it's not like rejecting. Like he's like, well, I don't know. Okay, well, like I want to respect your feelings, so I'm not going to like reject you. Basically, it's a fantasy, but it's very sweet in that way.
I think the main, if I was to summarize this word or show in like a keyword, I would say this is like an incredibly kind show. Yeah. All of the characters.
And I like kind media.
I do too.
Yeah.
And all of the characters really try to do their best by other people.
Yeah.
And that's where the genuine misunderstanding even starts from at the beginning of the
Right.
show. So Aoki likes Hashimoto. He realizes her eraser has Ida's name on it. And then Ida finds the eraser, assumes it's Aoki, but instead of him throwing her under the bus...
oh no, it's her.
Which would then be like, oh, she likes me. He just accepts it.
Because
yep, I do like you.
Because he doesn't want to embarrass her.
Right, of course.
Because he likes her.
Yeah.
In the beginning.
It is implied that it's because he likes her. That's why he doesn't embarrass her. But I think he wouldn't. I don't think he would have embarrassed her.
He's just a kind
anyway.
person. He wouldn't do that to anyone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that kindness, every character exhibits
gets to have
at points.
Gets to have a chance to do that.
Yeah.
For someone else.
Yeah.
So the gag is that
for Ida and Aida, Sherry Renee Scott,
Aida, yeah,
Heather Headley, for Ida and Aida, which I think doesn't he go by Akun in the show?
Yeah.
For Ida and Akun later in the show, theirs is exhibited when they have to like bring over the food that at the camping trip, which I just. It's very nice to watch.
Yes, yeah.
If you want high stakes, high conflict, high drama, is it for
Go
sure?
Watch Kim Porsche again.
This for sure isn't the show.
Yeah.
But this is like, especially coming off of Kim Porsche, this was like a very nice, calm, sweet little moment to have.
Yeah, so that's the gag, right? Like Ida doesn't reject initially, but like Ida ends up kind of like, well, I've never liked anyone before, so I actually don't know what it would be like. So I'm just kind of like feeling the vibes. And Aoki, almost in the same way, like, oh, because he's being nice to me, I am starting to like him. He realizes he also likes Ida. So he tells Hashimoto, we're rivals now because we both like Ida. And like they both kind of like, I like Ida. And she says, I like Aida. And they realize that, oh, the mix-up was truly there. The eraser was the mix-up.
Because the eraser erased the first letter of
Aida. So they thought it was Ida. So like, which I think this is so sweet. They end up kind of like now let's make a pact to like help each other. So that way you can be with Ida and I can be with Aida.
Their friendship is like, it's a true highlight of the show.
Genuinely. And it becomes almost like the running kind of like love story in the first half to help them achieve their like romantic loves, which is nice.
I think the other thing too that I really have to like commend is like they move on from the initial mix-up really quick.
Yeah.
It's not 10 episodes of that's the mix-up.
The thing, yeah.
There are other mix-ups that happen.
Yes. I want to say it's episode 3 or 4 that they even like oh, it's just a mix-up.
It's like 3.
Yeah.
When he like reveals the truth.
Yeah.
And I liked that, and I really liked that Hashimoto and Akun are not a direct copy of the other story.
Yes.
It's not just the straight version of it.
Yeah.
They have their own very interesting storyline that they're on together as well. And it really doesn't end... It ends in a hopeful place, but it doesn't end with them like two couples have like ended up together and they're dating. Like it's not as neat and dry as that, and I do like that kind of nuance between the two stories.
In the manga, it does. They do end up being, both of them are couples, but it is nice that here, because they're not the focus, right? Like they're not. It just shows that like they kind of end in good terms because there is like a real place it comes from of like, I may confess to you, but you don't like me. But it's not like I don't like you. I just haven't thought of you that way. So like Akun is like recontextualizing how he sees her in the show, which I think like I don't think, because in romance it's like yes or no.
Yeah.
So it's nice to kind of like be able to see that, oh yeah, a person's feelings can develop over time.
Right. I want to talk briefly about episode 8. Episode 8, so by the way, halfway through the show, basically, there's a little bit of on and off and on and off and on.
Will they, won't they? Yeah.
Will they, won't they? But basically, halfway through the show is when the true feelings that Aoki has for Ida,
Ida,
and are kind of somewhat
reciprocated
happen. So the back half of the show is a true, like, we're together, are we together?
They're trying, because Ida fully is like, oh, you like me, so should we date? So then that's how we can figure out if I like
but we're
you.
not dating, but I do want to, like,
but we
go
are
on dates with you to see, like, if we'd be good together, basically, to see if I like you.
Yeah.
So in episode 8, there is a tutor that comes to the school to help Aoki with his grades, and
his tutor becomes kind of like an older brother figure. He's like, yeah, I really want to do well because I'm trying to impress someone. And the tutor's like, ooh, blah, 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 blah. Like, that's great. Like, you remind me when I was in high school, the youth, blah, 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 blah. And then the tutor finds out that it's Ida, that it's another boy. And then the tutor kind of like puts a boundary and said like, hey, I didn't mean to like kind of like be chummy with you because I saw you and Ida. So let's just keep it respectful or whatever.
Yeah.
And Aoki, like, it plays out really sad in the manga. And I remember when I was reading it, because I was reading the manga with Auburn and then watching the episodes as like I get through a book.
Oh, I see.
It's not exactly episode per episode.
Sure.
But when I read that part, I was like, I am so scared to watch this because I think I'm just scared to like see it. There's something about like reading it in a manga. They're like, okay, yeah, these are going through real, but I don't want to see a person actually be like, ew, you're gay.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it's weird because I feel like we haven't, I think of the 4 Japanese BLs we've watched, Japan is, I think, the most averse to like labeling it as gay.
Yeah.
Like, of the ones we've watched.
Yeah.
But I thought this was interesting because this is so clearly homophobia that I almost was like, well, you kind of just escaped the thing of like not calling it gay because like there's no other thing it could be.
Yeah.
Like, he's grossed out by the fact that he's dating a guy.
Yeah. And the way they call him out on it, the resolution is like, oh yeah, like you're biased. And or like he says a word.
It's basically he's calling him prejudiced.
Yes, prejudiced. And he's like, I would not. And they're like, girl, yes.
They said girl.
Girl, yes. The way it's solved is a misunderstanding because like the tutor misunderstands Aoki helping an older man, and the older man like tries to tip him of like, thank you for giving me instructions, and Aoki's like, no, and the tutor misunderstands it as like he's like an older man is giving favors to him, and like he's like, you shouldn't do that with your body, blah blah blah. He's like, what the hell are you talking about? It's crazy. But Ida kind of swoops in, and rather than kind of like intimidating the tutor, he's like, do you want to treat us to ramen because you promised?
There's a gentility to everything in the show.
Yeah.
The stakes,
that still feel real. Like it still feels serious to them.
And it still feels like the characters think the stakes are really high.
Yeah.
The characters believe the stakes are really high.
Yes.
That is very clear.
Yeah.
But the audience is not left in a position where we feel like the show is life or death.
Yeah.
And that is not a negative.
No.
It is like very charming that we are a bit at a remove. Like we almost aren't like so up close with them that we feel like all their anxiety. Yeah. Like we're a little bit removed that we're like, relaxed. Oh, okay, I think we're going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like everything's going to be okay. Because I think the tenor of the show being that kind of like relaxed vibe is just really enjoyable.
Yeah.
So the reason I brought up episode 8 is because like I just was shocked that they like dealt with any kind of like anything of that nature at all, because while obviously it's real, and while of course this show is a fantasy, and the way it's resolved where they explain that everybody has different tastes in ramen that they eat.
I know. They have to break it down that way.
It's truly the Schitt's Creek wine discussion from episode 1, which a bunch of people, by the way, needed in America.
Yes,
like around, or like whatever, like Canada too, like to be like, oh, maybe that is a good metaphor. Like, there are people who just are living in the dark ages. But I don't know if necessarily they're watching My Love Mix-Up, but
you should.
I thought it was really interesting.
It was very interesting. It was very sweet, and like to me it was like, oh, that's how you can kind of combat homophobia in a way. That I was like, I think sometimes people just assume that can't happen because like people can't be open to change.
I was really glad it wasn't like super dark. Like I'm glad it didn't put Aoki in a very dark place.
Yeah.
Like he got sad about it.
He got really sad,
but he wasn't like. It just didn't get too dark.
My favorite moment. It was so sweet, but like they're all helping like after school chores or whatever. And they're helping Aoki.
Mm-hmm.
And they're like, Aoki, you look so sad. Like, what's wrong? And like, Aoki is like, oh, nothing. It's just, the tutor like saw that me and Ida were holding hands. And he kind of said that like, he doesn't want to like treat me to ramen anymore, but how he do. Like, I was really sad because I was really looking up to him. But, it's fine. Like, I guess that happens for people. And their three reactions, like Ida fully is like, Aoki, that's wrong.
Right.
And he's like, what? Like it had to like that it was not allowed to do that. That's a wrong thing to do. It was very sweet. And obviously Hashimoto was fully like, let's call the principal. Let's get the superintendent. I love her.
Kill the beast.
Much. Literally.
Kill the beast.
The manga, her parents, the reveal is that her parents are retired professional wrestlers. That's why she has such a strong slap. And
it's such a goofy part of the comic or the show. I think it's really funny.
She's truly like my favorite. I mean, the fact that she was like, I'm seriously gonna get a pompadour so that way I get noticed.
That is the goofiest plot in the show. But honestly, she sells the show. She's really great.
She's really good.
She might be my MVP of the show. I gotta be honest.
Really good.
Yeah.
Because it's like sweet, but like so sweet, but never saccharine. There are moments that I'm like, oh, it really is super sweet. But then it's like, it comes from a place of like, I wish I could do this to myself. Like I wish I could be like nice to myself, but no, I'm just as
this show really isn't treacly. Like it's really not. It doesn't verge into that kind of like sickly sweet
when it
territory.
does, it kind of like hits you with a joke.
Yes,
which is nice.
I think Aoki is such an. Oh God, he really is like me. It's tough. I think Aoki is like a really great character because I like that he is so. He has such anxiety around kind of like who he likes and how people are like seeing him and everything. And there is a kind of like just general high school quality that he has.
Yes, obviously.
With like being perceived. But I think like there can be a tendency to have like, I mean like, okay, my beautiful man. Hira is like, I will do anything for you.
Yes.
And like, that's not who Aoki is at all.
No.
Like Aoki stands up to Ida at one point because Ida like laughs at him about something.
Yes,
that is funny.
Yes,
but Aoki takes offense and like I'm gonna leave.
Yeah, he's like this is how I react. Like because I think he gets embarrassed that like he gets like Ida can get a rouse out of him, and Ida's like, no, I think that's charming. That's why I like doing it.
He thinks you're cute.
He thinks you're cute, but he's like, oh, you're not making fun of me. Like there's. Yeah. The show keeps being like, we need to see each other eye to eye.
Yes, it's a show based on full miscommunication, nearly from first episode to last episode.
Literally.
In many different ways, but I like that it's not the same.
It's not the same, yes.
It's not the same
and
thing
it can come
time.
from different people, the friends, like whatever, yeah.
Overall, I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I love the world building.
This is like a really great beat. This is a great plane movie.
Oh, yeah.
4 hours on a plane.
Yeah. Download all of it. Watch on your iPad.
You're going from Chicago to LA.
Honey.
You're set.
You're set.
Watch the whole thing.
I love the world building of the school. Like, the school
oh my God.
feels like the stakes are real. Like, it's real. Like, you have to do well. But, like, there's, I don't know, like, from the volleyball team who are just so excited that, like, someone's dating someone. It's even crazier.
They're, like, losers.
Yes. It's even crazier in the manga. Like, when they find out that they're actually dating, Aoki, like, works part-time at a shop, and they all go to the shop and like buy out everything to like make him like feel like it's so sweet. And then the like student council president who is from Minato's laundromat.
Oh yes.
And then like these two
the overzealous school class president.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then his vice president who's like, shut up. Like, she's just like...
yeah.
We're just trying to do this.
The two best characters in the show are a recurring bit And I'm sure are they in the manga?
I don't
Do you
remember. I don't think so.
They first
They probably
basically
are.
come up in episode 2, and they are the original cast
Cinderella and
for
Prince.
Cinderella and the Prince.
For their like school festival.
But then they get sick because they're practicing all night long
in the rain, I think, like outside.
Or something stupid.
Yeah.
So they get sick, so they can't do it. But then they just keep recurring as these like two bizarro world characters that are in their own romance show.
Yes.
Like, it's so funny when we cut to them because it's so absurd, and all the characters like watch them like they're like, what the fuck
What
is
are
going
they
on with
doing?
them? It's so
They're
funny.
in the rooftop having their own like tea.
Yes.
They're like, for you, my sweet.
Yes.
Ooh,
it's
thank
so
you.
Stupid.
And just Aoki and Ida just like,
I think it's supposed to be like they're the actual couple in class.
yeah. And I think
that's why they got cast as Cinderella and the Prince.
Yeah.
But like the fact that the bit goes on through 8 more
Through the
episodes
whole
is so
season.
fucking funny.
because even when they're like out, when they do the like nature challenge or whatever, and they're fully like, help me, like help me, please. Like it's
so good. It's so good. They were like a true highlight. They're
Yeah.
used just enough for me to be like, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, it feels JBL's like Japanese comedy is just so. It makes me want to watch just more.
I feel like they're so bit driven.
Yeah, and as
Which
two
I really
as
respond
two
to.
clowns, we
As
really
two
respond.
Two jesters in the clown square.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Something about, I don't know what it is. What is it? Just being a person who lived in the Midwest as a child. I don't know. Something about a background of characters where the lights in the background are Christmas lights and they're slightly out of focus, so the light themselves
Yes, it's just
look
like a blur.
bigger.
Yeah. I was just saying,
So
I was walking
warm and
Friedrich. I
endearing.
was walking Friedrich today, in one of the houses, because I like to look around and see what's inside. One of the houses.
You're peeping through people's windows.
Jeepers, peepers. One house had a duct like ours too, and they wrapped it with Christmas lights, and I was like,
Cute.
Ooh, that's cute.
That is cute.
So maybe some more set dressing will come.
That would be cute in our bedroom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They had yellow ones, like the nice
warm-
the
the
warm
warm
ones.
ones,
I think that's cute.
That's cute.
Kiss, no kiss.
Oh,
Where do
right.
you stand? Where do you stand on this? Because this happened with Cherry Magic. Okay,
I was fine with it in Cherry Magic because they were leaning into a kiss.
Yeah.
This one does
okay.
not even allude that they are going to at all. I don't.
I wonder if the idolatry was like a big factor of it. But
I'm sure.
My Beautiful Man, he's doing everything else.
Girl, they're crazy.
They're crazy over there. That studio.
They're crazy over there. And I think it's the same year. I think 2021 is when My Beautiful Man season 1 came out. So it's like, hello. It's not. It is not a break. It is not a deal breaker for me.
I will say, okay, so right now we're watching Tempo. Heart that skips a beat.
If they had kissed each other on the cheek, I think it would have been
It would have
enough for me
helped,
to
yeah.
like, yeah, that's good.
We're watching Tempo right now, and maybe it's because of their faces, but like Adam is every second that they're on screen, you're like, kiss now, kiss now, kiss now. Did you feel that from like Aoki and Ida that you're like, I need them to kiss?
No.
Because I never
would
really
not
got that
say...
either. It would have been nice.
I think they have nice chemistry together, but it is not palpable.
No.
But I think that's because the show is kind of like set up to keep obstacling them.
Yes, yeah.
They are not electric characters kind of on their own to begin with. I actually think Hashimoto and Aoki have like a lot of like great friendship chemistry.
I know.
Like I really believe them that they're like friends.
That they're friends,
Yeah,
yeah.
I think that's really charming.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I'm not gonna rank it lower.
Right.
But
it's not a. I don't need
I
it
will
in
say
a show.
a cheek kiss would have really.
A cheek kiss would have been
kiss.
great. Yeah.
Just
oh my
a
God,
little
a forehead kiss.
A
would have
little
been great.
showing of affection would have been like very lovely. Because I think the problem is like if you're gonna in the show, there's like a bit where it's like he gets weird about being in his bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
and he kind of has anxiety around that. If you're going to even allude to that kind of like nervousness, I'm not saying I expect them to like have sex the next episode, but like then I know that we're aware that that's a
thing to
part
work
of
towards
relationships.
Yeah.
Because we are supposed to believe that both of these characters like know fuck all about relationships to begin with, which fine, I'll go with you on that journey, but then I would say just don't include that, because then now I'm like, oh, so you're like aware people get intimate. They do hug, they embrace, it's nice.
I think a cheek kiss would have been nice.
A cheek kiss would have been nice.
Because then I believe that like, okay, this is still, we're still in the early stages of this relationship. Yeah. So they're still trying
and I believe that these are two characters that like
have never come close
but also
to
like
this.
Aren't super horny, wired teenagers, right? Like that was not my experience, but like I believe those people exist in the world, and these are two of them.
Yeah.
But I don't think we need to equate with like a horny show with like a kiss.
Yeah.
Either.
I think the one time they do get physical, like they have sex, is like right at the end when they both visit a college together. So it's like a trip, and they're like, oh, there's only one bed in the room. That
not the one bed trope.
And the rest is history. I'm gonna give it to Aoki.
Okay.
Just because he is carrying the show and like believing, you have to believe him and like be on his side to make any of it work. And I think he plays along really well with everyone. In the book, he does get really so self-saboteur, so in his head that like he keeps avoiding and ignoring all of Ida's like branching out to like, no, this is my way of trying to show my affection. You have to tell me if you don't like that or not, and not just run away, because that was his tendency. So I think the show just does enough of it to like give you a taste, and Aoki does a really good job of still making it really charming. Because there are moments that you're like frustrated that like he obviously likes you. Yeah. But because Ida is kind of an alien figuring out feelings for the first time.
Yes, which very much so.
We love those characters, truly.
We see them often.
We see them a lot in real life as well. It's nice to kind of have him be the frantic, chaotic one, trying to like understand the signs that Ida is giving when Ida is not giving any signs at all. It's just
I do think that's true for like first relationships too. Is like you're so in your head about like, what does this mean? What does this mean? What does this mean? This is why I relate to Aoki, unfortunately.
Did you do that a lot?
Yeah, because you just don't.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah. Especially like
high school specifically.
My parents weren't still together, so I didn't like go home and see like a healthy, warm, loving relationship at home. And then also like, I don't know, being gay and not seeing any kind of representation. It's its own. Not that I'm saying you need to like model whatever based on like the media you see around,
but it helps.
But you inevitably see something that you.
Yes, it feels like it because you don't see it. You're like, I truly am lost.
Yeah. Okay. That's why I really. I'm gonna give it to Hashimoto.
Yes,
this is
our queen,
girl.
our diva,
my girl.
You know it's your girl.
It's
you know it ain't Hashimoto. You know it's your girl.
She's great. She's so funny in this role. She is. I don't know. I just like. There's not. I had a smile whenever she was on the screen.
Absolutely.
She's so funny. She's great. She's great. She's like one of my favorite friend characters I've seen in a
I know. And like hold her own, she's not just there to be a friend.
No, and she's not.
And she challenges.
She challenges, and she's not just there to be like his sounding board.
Yes.
Which does happen a lot in BLs because you just relegate the side character doing side character things. That's fine. I'm not, whatever. That's fine. Yeah. I like that she has her own story she goes on. And I really like that I think it's episode 7. Her story is the main part of, they have the A plot.
They have the A plot, yeah.
And then it switches back to, but it's like, Aoki drops what he's doing because he's worried about Hashimoto. It's again like this through line of kindness throughout the entire show that, listen, I know I was a millennial. I'm a millennial. I was a millennial. And I'm not anymore.
I'm not anymore.
I'm a millennial. I like kind media. I lived through Obama years. There was a lot of that.
The world was kinder. You guys, The world was kinder for some years.
There was a period of time where media was trying always to be really kind, and for sure that's not what's happening right now. But I do respond really well to this, so I really enjoyed that performance a lot.
Okay, so
next
in our tier list,
yes.
We've got
bottom.
What are Twice fans called? Once. That's how much we would watch this. I ain't reading all that. Congratulations or sorry that happened. Complicated fave. Keeping this in syndication. I wish I could scrub my memory so I could watch this all over again. You know my answer. I do keep this on syndication.
Yeah, I think I would keep this in syndication. Again, I don't think it's like top tier where I would be like, oh, I have to forget it.
Yeah.
Like, I think the warmth of the show is like coming back and it feeling like a warm blanket.
Yes, it feels like a warm blanket, a chicken noodle soup.
Chicken soup for the soul.
Yes. That's what they've been talking about in those books. I never read those books. But if you open it, it's My Love Mixup.
It's My Love Mixup.
Wow.
And then finally.
Okay.
Oy, oy, oy.
No, this is stuff. I think we need to rethink about this Matrix.
Well, not today, but we will in the future.
Someday.
Yeah.
In the horizontal axis.
Yes.
Of for the gays and for the straights.
Okay. It's who it's made for. Mm-hmm.
It does lead straight. It does lead a little like a quick how-to on same-sex attraction and how to navigate that.
Yeah. I think there's a little bit... Here's why I would say it's made for the straights.
Yeah.
Maybe not all the way over on the side,
right,
but
no,
like,
I don't think so.
For sure.
It's hefty. Yeah.
Whenever we do the thing of being like, it's like, I like you.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I'm like,
Because they're trying to prove that point
But I think it's because to someone who isn't homosexual,
I would know.
I think but inherently a lot of them, even if they're cool with it, even if they believe whatever, there's still an idea I think they have in their head
that it's different,
that it is a choice, or that it not is a choice. Choice makes it sound like it's an active thing, but that it's like there's an activation. There is it's something about like, it's not like they still can't wrap their head around the fact of being like, I just like this sex over the other sex.
Yeah.
Or this gender more than the other gender. Or whatever the situation is.
Yeah.
It's they're so like ingrained in like the normativity of like heterosexuality and heteronormativity, which is like, again, most of the world.
Yes, it's not.
I'm not saying,
and it's not a drag. It's truly like
just what happens.
It's our world is created to
but they don't
for that.
They don't see themselves as like, also it's the same thing as what you're experiencing, but in another direction. They truly don't even think about like, oh, I have my own sexuality. It's the thing of like white people. Like white people do not describe themselves as being white. When the famous thing is like a white person would look in the mirror and be like, oh, I see, I'm a guy, I'm blue, I have blue eyes, I have brown hair. Whereas like maybe someone who isn't in the majority race would see like they would notice that their race is like not the majority representation, right? Blah, 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 blah. It's a little like that, where they don't even recognize that like your sexuality is still your sexuality. Like they're just like, oh, well, I'm just straight.
Yeah.
Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So anytime it's written in this way, it gives
there's
me
a little coding of that still.
There's a little bit of coding of like, I think this is what the writer thinks like being gay is like. It's just like, oh, and then you just like walked in. And
I mean, it reminds me a lot of fanfic. Like it's kind of like the writers writing about like, oh, all of a sudden I want this person, and like that's kind of the explanation.
But then there's the other thing that I always think about is like, I think a lot of people, and I mean a lot of people,
and I'll name them.
I won't name them, but I think a lot more people are like demi or ace than they think.
Oh, I think so. I think so too.
Or a romantic, like,
and I think they feel the pressure of like having to be like, oh, I need.
So people who like do, I wonder sometimes too if it's like when the writer writes like, oh, and then like I started watching this person more, and then I realized like slowly I had feelings for them over the time, blah, 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 blah. Because like I walk through the world and I'm like, who am I attracted? Like,
yes,
people
I'm
attract me.
yes.
Like, I'm attracted to people.
Uh-huh.
And then it goes from there. Whereas, like, I guess if you don't intrinsically have that to the same degree, it does take more of an effort to then be like, oh, maybe I like you specifically for whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, this is such a long topic, but that's why I would put it over on that.
On the straight side, because all of those aren't really brought up in the show.
Yeah, none of what I just said matters. So you can just, I hope you skipped all of that.
Plot driven, character driven. This is tough because I think the misunderstanding is inherently plot driven. I think you find out that the character flaws is what keeps them. Yeah, so I feel like it is more character.
I think it's like pretty.
Is it pretty in the middle?
I would say it's on the character side, but I don't think it's like super far over on the side.
Okay.
But I do think there's a lot of like plot of like beep boop boop
trying things, yeah.
But it does end up being based on their own character development that they have these issues. So
listen, the last thing I want to ask.
Why? The last thing I want to ask is why.
So the last kind of like comedy that we watched is Cherry Magic. And we said like I would want to see every country do this, and like it has like there's gonna be a musical coming out. We should have trademarked it. We should.
I know.
And there's a Thai version that's already out. My Love Mixup. I would say the same way. I'm like it feels like a universal story that can be applied literally anywhere. That I want to see every kind of culture and country do it, and Thai has also done it. So I want to like ask like why.
I think I'm gonna watch
the Taiwan,
on my own.
Why do you think it like works? Like, why does My Love Mix-Up just like work?
I think generally, I do really think anytime it's a first love, I think it just works. And when you place it in a high school setting, while I agree that it can get exhausting, the amount of high school shows that are BLs,
yes,
for sure,
totally.
I do think that is when a lot of people, it's because that's when a lot of people, probably the majority of humans on Earth, experience their first kind of like
real attraction or love
in that realm.
Yeah.
So I think like part of that is why it's so charming. And then I think this story specifically being so baked in with this like Aoki questioning, like constantly questioning and trying to figure out if he's doing the right thing, if he's saying the right thing. Blah, blah, blah. I think that's just like not everybody. I'm probably fewer people feel this way than just the general like people have attraction in high school, but the nervousness around it I think is like a really common thing that people can look back and remember. Even either you're in it currently or you can look back and be like, yeah, I was like that. I remember being that. Or neurotic. I remember aspects of that. I remember being in that first relationship and being like, what do I do?
Yes. I remember sneaking into a volleyball game to try and see my crush interact with the new manager.
I do remember doing things in high school where I had a crush on someone and like
doing crazy things.
Or just not even just like crazy, but just like, why? Like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Like circling a neighborhood like 3 times just to see like if they were home.
Yeah.
Because then I could be like, oh, hey, what's up? How are you?
Yeah.
I was just driving by. Like, no, I wasn't just driving by, diva. Anyway, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So this series ended. This recap is coming in late because we already did technically pick the BL to replace it, which was Tempo. The heart that skips a beat.
Not
The heart knows what it wants, and it wants to skip a beat. So we're watching that right now on Saturdays. Patreon.com/boysloveboyslove. We're also watching My Beautiful Man, which we are also recapping.
We're also watching Your Sky.
And we're finishing Your Sky, so that series recap will come up soon. And we are also watching idol content over on Patreon as well. We're currently recapping Boys 2 Planet, so hope you join us for that as well. But Adam, thank you so much. Thank you for indulging me on watching My Love Mix-Up.
Thank you. It was very fun. I did have a good time.
Yeah. All right. Well, see you next time, girlies, and don't mix up our feelings for you.